the shoveling snow. All right.
People's fronts out for money.
Because who?
Just snow.
Y'all want to hear something crazy?
They don't want to hear nothing crazy. I'm not going out and shoveling nobody's snow. You can take all the Instagram stories you want to.
My son just said that I'm treating him like a slave because I'm making him shovel the front of the house, number one.
I didn't say you treat me like a slave.
You
because you're
did.
making me shovel. I said shoveling like a slave.
Okay, same difference.
No, it's not.
And
No, it's
he
not.
doesn't think it's a good idea to go around the neighborhood and shovel people's fronts out for money.
Because who's doing that? Who's doing that? It's 2024. Did somebody want their house shovel to get up and shovel for themselves? And then you already made me shovel once, and you want me to do it again? No.
Yo, this new generation, boy. This is the new generation.
Go home.
We used to go get money out here.
I have a job.
We used to.
I
That's
have
cool.
a job.
So you double up.
No, not shoveling nobody's white lady snow. No,
You supposed to see this
no,
opportunity and
this is not
seize
an
it.
opportunity. No, that's more work for me. Why would I do that? This is an off day at school for me. I want to lay home and lay in my bed with no clothes on all day. I'm not going out shoveling nobody else's snow. No, I'm going to shovel your snow. No.
Yeah.
Why you ain't got no clothes on? Bad.
Right. Right. Yo.
Shout out
See,
to that
these
father.
these are the type of this would be a debate I would have with my daughter, right?
So, all right, because I took that and I thought about you. Shoveling like a slave or shoveling, what did he say? The kid said, you have me shoveling
Oh yeah,
like a
yeah.
slave.
That's classic.
You just semantics.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you're just arguing semantics.
A lot of the time, that's what it is.
That's got to be frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Semantics for sure.
All right.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, homeboy, you shouldn't let the girls shovel anyway. But he sound like a. That's not a shoveling.
Shout out to that young man.
Yeah.
I don't think them risk a whole snow. But you know what I mean? Shout out to Pocket.
Yeah.
But I feel like
he got more to not worry about, but he need to focus more on something else than shoveling snow. Because
listen, a man's a man though. A man's going out, you gotta go out there and shovel snow. I would fix that if I'm the father. I would make this a lesson in mindfulness. I would make this a lesson in, you know what, take care of your neighbors. So if there's an old lady out, I would assign you to shovel that old lady's yard, whether she pays you or not. Take care of your neighbors.
Gotcha.
Like, it's a lesson in mindfulness. Like, they pay you because we did it for money. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But at first, it kind of started like, yo, listen, like, these people need their stuff shoveled. Like, it's an ecosystem. Use your youth to kind of help everybody in the neighborhood.
Yeah,
it's a.
You say that it was more. It was all about money, bro.
Look, I had old people who B was across the street. She used to bring. She worked at Dunkin' Donuts.
Mm-hmm.
She used to bring us munchkins all the time. Bring us toys and all that. If it snowed, we're gonna shovel B out. You know what I mean? You know, across the street with Mr. and Mr. Trotman. She tutored us and whatever. He was a little older. It was nothing to just go across the street and shovel them out. Like, it was kind of like your duty for the neighborhood. You know what I mean? And they threw you a couple of dollars. You go get a bacon, egg, cheese, a hot chocolate, and you keep it moving. Then it became a business. Once you out there and you broke that sweat, then you go out to the neighborhood and you listen, let's make a couple of dollars off of this. But it was never, you were never going to get rich or buy a pair of sneakers off of shoveling no snow. You know what I mean? I feel like it was a tool in mindfulness. And I feel like this lesson is to teach kids mindfulness.
I think what dude is saying is this generation. No, this is what you're going to get. You're going to get a back and forth, and they don't really have to. They don't have to, right? Because every generation, it does and it should get easier for every generation, right?
Yeah.
Because as parents, we subscribe to the ideology of like, yo, I'm gonna make. My kids are not gonna have to do what I had to do, right?
Kind of.
And then when they say they're not doing it or they're weaker than you are, you can't be surprised because the expectations of them are not that high. And one thing that we don't realize as parents is that the reason why we are the way we are is because of the shit that we went through and that we had to do. But our ideology is like, nah, that's not good enough for my kid. Nah, they can't do this, they can't do that, whatever. But this is what you get. This is what you get. You understand what I'm saying? Like, nah, this is what you're gonna get. Like, you can't be surprised when you got your kid saying, no, I'm not doing that. No, I don't have to do that. Like, no, I want to stay home. And like, this is what you're going to get.
How are you helping your neighborhood? How are you helping the community? I feel like where the father was.
Today's kids are selfish.
Man.
They only think about themselves.
Yeah.
They only think about themselves.
It's all about right now. It's all about now. I know everything. I have.
You know how many
I have
times
a whole computer in my pocket. You know, I don't have to, like, yo, when we rented a video back in the day, we had to rewind it before we returned it. You know what I mean? Like, we had to, like, you know, literally watch paint. Like, we did crossword puzzles and like mazes and things like that. Put together puzzles and all that. Like, everything was about like we knew ourselves. Like we having a Walkman was like the biggest thing ever. You know what I'm saying? Now kids can even take a shit without having the whole internet in their freaking palm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just about taking the time out, slowing down. I feel like Dad was on the right path, but incentivizing it was with money, which I feel like masking the whole thing. Go out, serve your community. Go out and help. There are older people out there who can't do it, and hopefully they're not assholes, you know what I mean? And they would give you some money, but just help, yo.
You talking some shit that's even before us, man. Like, the sense of community. I know when I was a teenager and I shoveled snow, it was basically to make some extra money. I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't really care.
So if you had an elderly neighbor next to you,
I probably would.
You know what I mean? You know, this is a cool older lady, always said what up, but she baked some cookies. She had a couple for you. Halloween, she always blessed you with the ill candy. You know what I mean? If it snowed and you already out there, why not just hit a little?
I get it.
And if you ring her doorbell and tell you that she's done, she's gonna hit you off with $30 or something like that. You know what I mean?
I get it.
That's where it starts. It starts because you.
All I'm saying is that when it snowed, my mindset wasn't like community. Make sure the old people are good. I was like, yeah, I want to go out and make a few dollars.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But today's generation, they do not care about anybody but themselves. You know how many times, like, there's a mess in my crib and I'll tell a kid, yo, pick that up, and then say, that's not mine. I didn't do that.
Okay.
Why do I gotta pick it up? I didn't just pick it up. The house this is dirty right here. Just pick it up for me. And it's like, all right. Like, yo, it's like that. And both of my kids are like that. Both are like that. So I don't know if it's just my household.
That's everybody's household.
Like, yo,
but it's our job.
Our job to what?
To teach them mindfulness. To teach them to look at your surroundings and to upkeep their surroundings. Starting with their house, branching off to the neighborhood, and eventually the world. Like, yo, if you're finished with that drink, if you were and your child were at a park and you bought a ice cream and it came with a napkin, and your child finished eating the napkin and you just dropped it on the floor, you would be like, pick that up and let's throw that in the garbage, right?
Yeah.
That's the same thing, and that's on a bigger scale.
No, my kid would probably like, all right, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah,
but if I say, yo, pick up that napkin over there, he's like, that's not my napkin.
Yeah, it's an exercise.
Yo, all the time. I got a debate with children about what mess is theirs,
right?
Because they like, nah, I'm not picking up that mess because I didn't do that mess,
right?
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. I was just happy, like social media is fly for things like this. Like I was just really happy that father shared that moment between him and his son with the world, you know.
But it's definitely a reflection of what is out there, right? Yo, to all the parents that are out there.
You think you wasn't like that though? You think you wasn't like that? You don't think that there was some old school shit?
I could tell you for a fact I wasn't like that.
Okay.
I was not.
We like to look at the past with rose-colored glasses, and we were perfect, and we did everything, and we walked.
I never said I was perfect.
School, and we did all this, but
our
parents had the same things. Like, in technology was changing. There's certain things that we didn't have to do that they had to do, and I know that we like to, you know, bash on the young kids, but we were once them. We were young and opinionated and didn't understand the way things work at one time, and that's why we have to exercise a level of patience with them.
No, I would disagree. I would disagree because if my parent said something that I did,
daughter got it from. All right.
If my parent said something and I disagreed, would I outwardly say, "Yo, no"? I wouldn't debate my parent. I've done mad shit that my parents told me to do that I felt like, why I got to do this, but I just shut up and I did it. You understand what I'm saying? And I probably
felt
in
that room like Cuba Gooding. You was swinging at the wall and shit.
Probably, but I still did it though. I still did it.
Yeah,
right? You got today's generation will debate you, and they're not doing it. They're still just debating you about.
No. Well, they're doing it. Debate is a little more cerebral. They want to talk their way out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Have at it, but nah.